I'm John.
And I'm Darian.
This is the first episode of Electric Confidence.
I think it's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be great.
Beyblades.
Let it rip. So anyways,
No, but for real, did you ever play with Beyblades?
I've actually never played with Beyblades.
Really? Did you ever have like Bakugan?
I played Bakugan. I was going to say that. That was the only thing I usually played with.
See, when I was a kid, I loved Bakugan. I had that video game that was on the PlayStation.
I've never played the video game.
It's so much more fun because I knew how to play it. Because
Did you?
I never actually knew how to play the actual game.
I would honestly just get them in balls and throw them at other children when they won.
Really?
Because I didn't know how to play.
I had a bunch of the actual
The toys, right? My brother had like a huge collection and he knew how to play. I didn't. So when he'd ever roll them, and I thought it was just cool rolling them and they hit the card.
The magnet
yeah.
card. Yeah.
So like every time I'd lose, not knowing how to play, I'd get mad and I'd just throw it at him.
Yeah, those cards were really fun to throw. They were very heavy.
They hurt.
Yeah, I would bring a bunch of the balls, the Bakugan.
Oh.
I'd bring them to school in my pocket, like a lot. Like I had like 15 in each pocket. Like I brought so many.
Just to play or just to annoy people?
Just to have. Like I wouldn't play with them because they weren't like, they were toys to me, but they weren't like
Toys.
like playing toys. Like I everyone had like the
Pokemon cards and you mean like the action figures they had?
action
and
figures.
They would bring them and play with?
Yeah, kids would play with action figures, but I just had them. I didn't.
Kitty Ward didn't allow toys.
Yeah. That's the biggest part is I hid them in my pocket.
Yeah, I brought one toy once and I had a terrible teacher. I don't remember the teacher's name. And she threw it away right in front of me.
That's horrible.
I was traumatized. Look at what happened to me. I have blonde in my hair, Darian.
I don't know if I've ever gotten one thrown away. I don't think anyone's ever caught me.
It caught me once because I was new to the school, and I think I was going to one of my electives. Mm-hmm. So when I went to one, I brought out a toy during my free time, and I threw it away because I didn't know that school didn't allow toys because I just moved to the neighborhood.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've only ever gotten the toy like really thrown away. I was at Disneyland, and you know that lightsaber build it yourself?
Oh yeah.
I built one of those, and I was so proud of it. And then I think I don't know. I was being a bratty kid, and I just pissed my dad off, and he threw it away.
He threw it away.
Yeah, and one of those cost like $60 to build. He threw it away. Right
I wouldn't imagine your dad to do that. Your dad seems.
Well,
nice.
I was probably like 6.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're annoying now. I just imagine you 12 years ago.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, anyways, yeah, welcome to the first episode. You cut me off earlier. Yeah, we have a ton of topics. We have a few stories, and I think I have a game I want you to play later.
Really?
Yeah, if we have time. Well,
I'm down for it.
I want to start off with let's talk about some video games.
Okay. What you been playing recently? Jim?
I've been playing a lot of Overwatch for multiple reasons.
Which has been in the news a lot recently. Which I mean, a couple days ago you said you had no clue about what was going on.
No, so I want you to explain that to me. But
I have no clue really either. I just know that there's some sort of censorship going on
in Japan,
yeah.
I think it is about Hanamura.
No, China.
China, really?
not Japan.
Then I have no idea because I was saying Hanamura was one of the maps, and I've heard some complaints about something in there. I don't remember.
The only thing I really understand is that they're making fun of I think it's the Prime Minister for looking like Winnie the Pooh, which is hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to get into it.
Does he
'cause I
look
don't
like
know.
Winnie the Pooh?
I mean, I guess.
Is he fat?
No, he's
Is
just
he cuddly?
probably.
Are we looking him up?
Yeah.
Okay. No, but I've been really playing a lot of it for multiple reasons. I'm in my high school esports team, and I'm the captain, so I have to practice the Overwatch game either way. And what was it? The Halloween event just came out not too long ago, and I've been grinding that out every day to get more loot boxes to unlock all the skins. They have some amazing skins this year. Oh my god, he looks like Winnie the Pooh. No. Genuinely. I don't know if we can can we put a picture up?
Yes, I can.
Okay, put this picture.
Yeah.
I'm going to save this.
Yeah.
There you go. Just saved it to your phone.
John's been trying to get me into Overwatch as well.
I gave him one of my spare accounts, and we've been playing a little bit of it. And
I mostly just play paintball
yeah, the on a paintball game mode is a lot of fun.
because I suck at the actual game.
I mean,
I'm good
yeah,
with Sigma.
there's a Lucio pop figure right there. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
It's a good one.
We'll get more of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing some. What was the other game?
Get a little closer.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been playing a lot of. God, I can't remember the game. I'm playing a lot of Smash. My brother got a Nintendo Switch.
Did he?
Yes. He has a
Oh,
Switch
really?
at home.
I just got one too, and it's
Yeah.
funny because I switched bedrooms with my sister because for many years she's been asking me to switch bedrooms,
Yeah.
and I've been like, no, I don't really care because my bedroom was actually bigger.
Yeah.
but then
and better.
yeah, it was a lot better. But then she told me, I'll buy you. Well, no, I told her, I gave her a deal. I said, okay, if you buy me a Switch, we can switch. So she bought me a Switch just like that. And I was like, okay, she really wants this bedroom. I really want to switch. It's a good deal.
I thought it was my phone. I was about to smack you.
No, it's my fault.
Yeah, no, my brother got a Switch and he got Breath of the Wild.
It's so good.
I haven't played it.
I'm telling you right now, you need to get a Switch. and you
Can
need to get that game.
I play it here?
Yeah, I think I can have multiple saves.
Yeah. If not, I can make a separate account on there also.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty much, I've beat like the storyline of the game.
You're just doing the side quest?
I'm doing like all the side stuff right now. I'm trying to like
Okay.
get as much completion as I want. So if your brother lets you play on his, you can just well, no, if he has the
Did
game.
you just hit your mic?
Yes, I did. Because it saves by the console, not by the cartridge, like old the DS used to. One of them up on the shelf that the podcast listeners can't see because they're listening to a podcast. Yeah, all the
Nerds.
save to the console. So if you're planning on getting a Switch soon, you can just borrow mine or his cartridge.
Yeah, and I can just play on the thing.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? No, I've been playing a lot of Smash, and me and my brother, because he's been grinding it out. After work at Rubio's, I would go and play it with him.
Yeah.
He'd pick up some spicy chicken sandwiches from Burger King, and we would play. And I've won a few, but every time I would lose, it would be when a challenger approach.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I would never win against a challenger because I would win either as Link or Little Mac, or I would win as Ike or Sonic, and I would just be wrecking it. And then as soon as I'm wrecking it, like we'll play 2 games, which is about 3 or 4 minutes each. So the last one lasts about for the full 10 minutes because every 10 minutes a new challenger approaches. So he would just
know it was a
win.
timing thing.
Yeah, it's a 10
I
minutes.
thought it was like a per match, or like
No.
there was a certain number of
It's
matches.
usually just 3 or 4 matches is when you get to.
Yeah.
So, but it's 10 minutes actually. So he would always win, like the last match, and he would just go against him, and it sucked because I'm like, how about this? If I get to go a challenger, how about this? If you win this and there's a challenger, I'm leaving because I knew there was going to be a challenge at the end, and he would always win.
Huh.
So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm out. Not as like I'm tired. It was more or less because I tried to make an excuse because I just worked a 8-hour shift. I want to go to bed and I have school in the morning, but I really wanted to play Smash. What about you? What other games have you been playing other than Smash?
With the Switch, those are the 2 games that I have right now. I only got it like less than a month ago, so those are the only 2 games I've had. I haven't been playing Smash that much actually.
Really?
I've been finding Breath of the Wild to be so much more fun. I just prefer that kind of game, that open world kind of
You
storyline.
seem like an MMORPG. Once we should play an MMORPG together.
That's not Breath of the Wild's not an MMO.
Not an MMO. It's an RPG game.
Yeah.
I call it. I forget. I think you'd prefer an MMORPG with multiple friends.
See, when I
kind
was
of like that.
when I was a kid, I played Wizard 101, which technically
I did
is, but
too.
it's not the
But
best.
Yeah,
I was
there's-
obsessed with it. I never got the subscription though, so I
never
couldn't
did.
get back into that. The fire, whatever the fire stream.
right. I
That's
know
where
what
it always
exactly. What you're
ended.
talking about. I always went as the. What class were you in? Was it 101?
I think it was fire
I was not. I was always
Pyro
the
mage?
life
life.
because everyone needed a life mage.
Yeah.
Everyone
Well,
needed one.
I don't know if that did they help in battles. I don't
They
know.
did. They healed their teammates and they could revive.
I didn't know that. I didn't know how. I didn't think it was really strategic because I know the game is like heavily like it's like a card game.
Yeah, I can still cast spells to attack, but
A lot of your spells also heal it.
yeah, but a lot of my things there was a lot that did so much damage, but like if I like a lot of the death ones, not a lot of death ones, a few of them healed because a lot of them can use the ones that can heal themselves, but I
Very close
specified.
relations to magic.
Yeah, it does actually. A lot of everyone had their own spells that can heal each other or their teammates, but my class not specified, basically revolved around all that.
Yeah.
But you could also cast death spells because I had like the ghoul. You know what I'm talking about?
The ghoul.
The ghoul, the one that was like the gravedigger. I think that's what it was.
Is it a card in the
It was
game?
a card, yeah.
Okay.
He was basically he'd rise up from the dead and then he'd attack an enemy and then you would get half that health back that you attacked him with.
Okay. That's your phone.
That is my phone. Don't touch it. And I would always remember playing with that, and that used to be my favorite card because as a thing, I think if there was an upgrade version of it, that it would just give health to all your teammates also.
That's fun.
So it was always a very. But I think that was a life thing. That was a life wizard thing, and it was so much fun. As a kid.
I would play with a lot of. I had some neighbors that played, and just a lot of kids in my neighborhood played that game. But it wasn't really. There was a storyline to it.
There was.
But
No
it
one
was
really
kinda-
listened to it.
Yeah.
They were just doing the quest.
I don't know. I don't really understand why I was so fascinated by it, because I didn't really care about the.
It was a lot of fun though.
I didn't care about the battling. I didn't care
should
about the
probably get closer.
storyline. I didn't care about really much about the game, but for some reason I was really obsessed with it for a long
It
time.
was a lot of fun. Like I was too. I came back to it like 3 years ago, and I played a lot of it to the point that I can't play anymore.
I tried to come back to it when like a few months ago when Minecraft started coming back.
Really,
I was like, you know what? This is a game that I also played during my childhood, so I'm going to start playing this again. And I tried, and it did not.
did not live up
For
to
all
your
the reasons that I
expectations
was saying earlier, like I didn't care about any of the
anymore.
anything
Yeah.
it had to do. You know?
I think you'd like a ton of other MMORPGs, more of like the Breath of the Wild one.
Yeah, I know Ricky plays WoW a lot.
I haven't played WoW at all.
He plays WoW Classic, which is like the OG version of it. Which, I mean, it seems kind of cool. It seems also kind of
Yeah, I prefer the games where you can fight. Like you don't have to hit a button and it'll do the damage for you. I want to do like a game where
That's what I love about Breath of the Wild. Yeah, and a lot of games like Pokemon, I mean, Pokemon's a fun game to like.
Yeah.
It's a different. You're more interested. You're less interested in the battles and more into like
The
collecting
creatures.
and exploring the areas. But like, yeah, I don't really like those games that just say attack, deal damage, attack, deal damage, like very slow turn based kind of thing. you know?
yeah. I hit my headphones. I prefer. There's one I used to play a lot. It was called Black Desert Online, and there was an assassin class, and it was one of the hardest ones you could play. What I've been told, and I love that class. I love the quick, fast paced, deal damage, and then teleport. Because like the higher you got up, you could teleport. You could become invisible. You had stronger swords. It was so much fun. So was Neverwinter. That was a lot of
I
fun.
haven't heard of that.
Neverwinter was on the PS4. It was for free. I tried to get you into it, but you told me you didn't want to play.
Well, I probably told you I don't own a PS4. That's my sister's controller. That's actually right here, not on the desk.
All right. Anyways, I forgot we put it on there.
Yeah.
You should play.
Speaking, you mentioned Assassins earlier. That's another game about the Assassin's Creed I was obsessed with,
Assassin's Creed.
and I actually just played through.
Who's your favorite assassin?
Connor has always been my favorite. He's the best.
My brother is obsessed with Ezio.
He's Ezio. I think is the coolest,
No.
but Connor is like the.
I think Connor's the best.
He's
Connor
the best
Cameron.
as an assassin.
I think he's the best. I love his
Connor never. He doesn't. There weren't a lot of emotions that came out of him.
which I think would make him perfect as an assassin.
Yeah, that's why I say I think he's the best assassin. But Ezio as a person, I thought was a lot cooler. He had an awesome story arc that went through.
Oh, I
his
love
entire
the
life.
story. I prefer Connor. I loved his look. I loved the backstory. I loved how he acted. I love why, and I loved how he played. I loved the tomahawk. As a kid, here's a good story. I used to play. I made a tomahawk out of wood. I ripped up a belt and I wrapped it as the handle. I cut off wood, sanded it down, painted it, and I made my own version of the tomahawk.
How old were you?
I was 8.
When I was 8, I was playing with the Nerf tomahawk.
No, I made my own like wooden tomahawk version.
That's terrifying.
It was so much fun.
Did it work?
It worked.
That's even more terrifying.
I made that when I was 8. To the point
Just
that
because of Assassin's Creed?
just because I loved Connor Kenway.
It's on the Switch. Assassin's Creed 3 is the only one that's on the Switch.
That's
I'm
even
so
better.
happy about it. I might get it. You
should consider it.
That's actually the first one I played too.
Number 3
was on PC?
Mine was Revelations.
Was it? That's the thing is that's the last one I played. That's the
Revelation.
because I bought
I think it's going downhill. I'm gonna be honest.
what Assassin's Creed? Yeah, no, it's definitely going downhill. All their games are it's so much less quality. It's like the combat.
They're not
systems
bad.
kinda
They're
suck.
great,
As
but I
far as
think-
I've seen video, I haven't had. I think the most recent one I played is Unity, which I liked.
I
A lot
liked
of people
you-
didn't like.
I like it just because I can play with friends.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
can do
only
that
really-
in Brotherhood though.
Yeah, but that was you can play 'em a lot with friends. Like everyone, you can play with friends. But it was more like I'm gonna fight you and I'm gonna kill you. This one, you could actually do missions together. You
Oh,
couldn't
really?
do that in Brotherhood. And in Revelations and Assassin's Creed 3, there's always a second disc that you can play multiplayer, which I thought was awesome because I loved playing with friends. And I would just go, shut up, I'm speaking.
All right.
I would love to go against my friends and I'd fight them, and it was so much fun, and I was so good at it. But I prefer Unity because I didn't have to fight them. We could dress up as, and the coolest thing I
Because
think,
it's like co-op.
yeah, it was co-op, and the coolest thing I found about that was that I could actually go and get the special, like you could customize your own. So you had your own original assassin kind
that's
of.
cool.
And or you could find the costumes of the ones of your favorite, and you had to do missions or you had to find them across the map. And I spent 3 days looking for the Connor Kenway one.
Oh, really?
And I found it.
I think with on PC, if you had Uplay, did you play on PC?
No, I played on what did I play on? I think I played on the Xbox One because somebody let us loan the game for a little bit.
I loved whenever
Did you play it on PC?
Yeah, I played all the games on PC. It's so I love it's weird because they changed the controls halfway through the series. So like
Right?
the AC1 and 2 and then I think Brotherhood and maybe Revelations as well. They all have the same controls, and then as soon as 3 starts, everything changes. They get rid of like the sprinting, and everything is just either walking or sprinting. There's no like mid
In between.
Yeah, and they change some aiming thing, and then for 4 with all the gun mechanics with the
With
pirates,
Black Flag?
with Black,
Yeah.
with all the with Black Flag with the.
You gotta beep that out.
I didn't mean to say it.
I know,
It was a
but-
slip. If I meant to say it, I would have.
He meant it with the L.
Yeah, with Black Flag, they had a bunch of different gun mechanics, and so they had to change a lot of the keystrokes for different. For different.
I didn't say anything.
Attacks. Yeah, and it was. I don't know. I liked it, and then Unity, I think, was pretty similar to 3 again. So they keep flipping it, and everyone also really hates the story too,
Yeah.
and I really love the story.
Okay, that's great. I love you. I want to move on from this.
Okay.
We can come back. I want to talk about some TV shows.
TV shows.
I
don't watch TV.
You know, I have a few things. One thing I'm very excited about: Magic the Gathering getting a Netflix adaptation.
Seriously.
Yeah. Did you not hear about it?
No, I have not.
Netflix, I believe it was Netflix, or it might have been another channel. They're making an animated not live action, an animated version and
they have a
story
lore.
arc of Magic the Gathering. Yeah, they're making that into an animated show.
See, I have a couple friends that I think I want to get on the podcast as well, who are super nerdy, super into Magic, and I think
The only one I really want Jerry on here.
Jerry would be
Jerry
awesome.
Trevino. We should send him this clip.
Okay.
Hey, Jerry.
Does he play Magic?
I don't know, but I know he's very geeky also.
He'll love that.
He'll love this. Jerry, this is for... Can we call this one Jerry?
No, it's Spider-Man.
I know.
Jerry is not equal to Spider-Man.
He's better.
He's better, yeah. He could probably shred a lot better.
You gotta kiss his butt a little bit so he can get over here.
Yeah.
You really think he's gonna hang out with us two idiots?
No, but back to it with the those friends are really super into Magic, and I know one of them is super into the lore and into the story because it's a constantly updated thing. I think
Yeah.
Overwatch does the same thing where it's like,
There's lore. Like there's
but
it's not that
but I mean like it's constantly updated.
updating. Yeah,
every
it doesn't change, but there's more to the story.
Yeah, they keep adding.
Yeah, but that's a lot of
It's like a
games.
fan fiction, but by the actual creators. So just a fiction.
That's
Yeah.
sure.
Hey, not all fan fictions have to be gross.
I know, but like how you phrased that was just a little weird.
I said it's like a fan fiction, but by the creators, so it's
So it's just
a
fiction, yeah, or the lore of the story.
It's the lore of the story, my point.
Hey,
is that they keep
you're
making-
hurting your brain.
It's updated.
Yes, that's okay, buddy.
But yeah, I think that's really interesting. That
It's a
they're gonna
very
make
cool thing.
TV show. Or
Another
animated.
thing. Watch this recently. I wanted to talk about this. 13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
How close do I need to be?
Do you hear how loud I am in your headphones?
Yeah.
You need to be equally loud.
Shut up.
I've never watched 13 Reasons Why, and I don't have a reason to.
I
have
can give you 13.
reasons not to.
I can give you 13.
I also
14.
never watched Stranger Things or Bird Box. I haven't watched any of the Netflix.
All right. Well, let me talk about 13 Reasons Why. So shut up.
Okay.
The first season was really good. Followed the book, except the end.
I
of it.
agree.
They changed it a little bit. Shut up. I liked it. The second season, holy crap! It wasn't as good as the first one, but it got really messed up. Can I talk about it? Spoilers.
How long has it been out?
It's been out a year,
Oh yeah,
year or two.
You're fine.
Yeah,
If it
it's
came
been
out like last week, maybe.
Yeah. No, because they're on season 3 now. Well, like some people still plan on watching it. They haven't. At the end of season 2, spoilers. Some guy named Montgomery De La Cruz. He's a bully, and he beats up this kid named Tyler. And then he covers it. He bashes his head into the sink, into the glass, and then puts his head in the toilet water. Then he pulls down his pants and grabs the bottom of a broom handle and shoves it up his butt.
I think I saw something on the news about that.
Yeah.
Because that got like really violent. And
Yeah, it got really bad, and he touched, and there was just blood all over his hands. So then he goes home and he packs up and he starts packing for a school shooting at the dance at that night.
The kid that got beat up?
Yeah. So he's going to go shoot up the school.
Jesus.
And this is like, this was a little bit ago. And this is when like there was a lot of school shootings. Like every week there was a school shooting.
Yeah.
So at the time, everyone was a little more offended about that. I got like, that was bad timing. Like I even felt that because, I mean, dude, our battery's almost dead.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's annoying.
it is.
We're going to cut right here.
Okay.
So Netflix.
That's where we left
Yeah,
off.
you just talked about 13 Reasons
girlfriend
Why.
just texted
Some
me.
stuff that was getting really
Yeah, it got
messed up.
Yeah, and he started school shooting, and they had to calm him down and drive him away. And then third season like made up for the second season. It was really good. Like,
Didn't that just come out?
yeah.
So you shouldn't talk about it.
No, it came out like a month ago, or a little more.
Okay.
So there's time. And spoiler warning, if you haven't, about 2 months ago actually, it's about Bryce Walker. It's who killed by Bryce Walker, and the whole thing is they suspect Clay Jensen, the main protagonist.
Okay.
And we should put that one over there. Sorry. They're suspecting Clay Jensen. There's a lot of things pointing towards him that he was the thing, and it super good. Towards the end of it, it's revealed to who killed him, and it's a kid named Alex and a girl named Jessica who was really involved in the story. Another spoiler: in the first season, Bryce rapes Jessica, as he rapes Hannah Baker also. Okay. So it was very, very messed up.
Yeah, it's a messed up show.
It is really good though. So after that, it's revealed that they killed him because Alex was helping him up after he gets beat up from this guy named Zach Dempsey. But he never killed him. He beat him up, and it was he turned himself in. But he said that he never killed Bryce. He died of drowning. But he did assault Bryce, so he's going to face some type of charges, I believe. They never really talked about that, but they said that's assault. You didn't kill Bryce. So after that, it's revealed that he picked him up trying to help him, and he says he's going to go kill Dempsey. And Zach and Dempsey got a lot closer after. Another thing, Alex shot himself, but he missed his head, like the brain. Like he shot himself. So
Really?
He survived. But just barely is what they said. So it's really hard for him to walk. So they got closer, helping each other out. So after he was saying that he was going to threaten him, he throws him off the cliff.
Jeez.
Not the cliff, the railing. He pushes him over the railing, and he hits his head, and he falls into the water, and he drowns.
So he did drown.
So he did drown.
Wow.
But when they find the body, there's a big hole in the back of his head.
Yeah.
And so they think that the Tyler who was going to become a school shooter, they thought it was him who shot him in the back of the head because he kept a gun, but he never told anybody what happened that night of why he wanted to shoot up the school. And then it's revealed, and then Montgomery, and I kid you not, they frame Montgomery De La Cruz for murder of Bryce Walker. They frame him.
I don't know who these people
Montgomery De La Cruz is Bryce's best friend, and he's actually gay, and he's the one who shoved. Yeah, his dad is homophobic, so he hides it a lot. And so he's the kid who shoved a mop handle up Tyler's butt. Yeah. I can't say the word, but he shoved it up his butt. So they wanted revenge on him. So after it's revealed that Alex and Jessica, I believe, came forth with that they killed him. So they pinned it on him and put every evidence about him. But Alex's dad was the sheriff, and he pauses the tape, and you never get to hear this until the last episode, saying that he thinks it's his son because he found the tire tracks of his mother's car.
Huh.
And it was his son who killed him.
This is a very confusing show.
It's very good. It makes more sense. It's just really hard to explain it.
Yeah.
It makes sense when you watch all that. We should watch it sometimes. I think you actually might enjoy it. But it's a very convoluted plot.
Another messed up
Wait. Can I finish? I'm almost done.
Okay.
So they
Are you just gonna talk about the plot of the story?
But like it was super good. Let me finish.
If they want the plot,
Shut
they can
up.
go watch.
But like I'm almost done. So he goes to jail, Montgomery. And then he gets killed in jail for a murder he never committed. But the guy, he slept with a guy the same night Bryce was supposedly was killed. And at the end of the episode, he goes and confronts the people, or one one person who was involved, and he said, "You guys are lying. He never did any of this. It's one of you. He was a person also," and he walks away. Meaning, there's probably going to be a fourth season wrapping up who actually killed Bryce Walker.
Wow.
It was a very convoluted show, and I was very happy with
Sounds
the
like
third
they're
season.
they're leaving the right things hanging.
Yeah, like his body.
Was that how?
No, he was stabbed.
Okay. Another messed up Netflix show that I wanted to talk about actually because it very recently came out with a movie, Breaking Bad. Have you watched it?
I've not watched Breaking Bad. I've
Okay,
heard it was
now,
good.
Now I get to talk about some stuff.
Okay, so we're
that
gonna
you
move
won't
on.
understand. If you've watched Breaking Bad, which most of you probably have, and if you
And-
haven't, go watch it because if your only source of entertainment is a couple dudes podcast on YouTube,
Then you really don't
that's
have a
little
life.
sad. You get a Netflix subscription.
Get a life. Come on.
So
Sushi and the Bean.
the thing with this new movie, and I'm gonna spoil it, El Camino, because it was I really liked it. I also felt it was a bit underwhelming.
I kind of want to watch it. So like, go ahead.
You're
I'll still watch it, but I want to.
You're gonna want to watch Breaking Bad.
I'll watch Breaking Bad, and then I'll watch El Camino.
But the thing
you can
is,
still spoil it. I don't
with
care.
with El Camino, they didn't really add anything to the story. It kind of felt like, because the way Breaking Bad ended, it was supposed to end in a way that like a lot of things were assumed,
Okay.
and so like it ended on a shot of like Walter lying on the ground after getting shot, and so it was just assumed that he was killed.
Oh.
And so, but the thing is there was never something in the show that said that Walter was killed.
Okay.
Another thing is, one character, very important character, Jesse Pinkman, was trapped in this cell, but not by police. It was like by a gang of dudes that were really messed up.
Wasn't Walter White Heisenberg?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Irrelevant to the story, but yeah.
I was just curious because I remember saying he's like, "What's my name?" Heisenberg.
Yeah,
You're
God.
goddamn right.
But
It's good.
so
Seems good.
it's assumed because there was a certain method of getting your identity like replaced. Because,
these things.
and the thing is a few characters in the series did this because of the whole meth, because of the meth, and they needed to like start new lives.
Yeah.
Because they got really in deep.
They basically became the El Chapo of that
Yeah,
universe.
and so there were a few characters that did that, and at the end of the series, like I said, everything's so assumed, and so Jesse finally escaped that cell, and it's assumed, at least I assumed, that he went on to adopt a new identity.
Did he
And-
not?
Well, the thing is it's never said in the series,
Okay.
and so El Camino came out. He escaped They showed the literal seconds after he escaped because that's where it ended the series. So it's immediately after the show ends. He goes.
Does this movie wrap everything up or no? Does it still leave a lot of hanging?
That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
It kind of does, but
Does
so,
it- does
so
it-
the point that I said it's underwhelming. So everything that you assumed at the end of Breaking Bad, I assumed that as soon as Jesse escaped, he went and found a new identity and did the same thing that Walter did before he came back and screwed everything up. Which you have to watch the series to kind of understand.
Oh yeah.
But everything that happened in El Camino was 100%. Yeah, that's exactly what I expected to happen, and so there was no sense of like
Surprise.
yeah, because like there was no.
I mean, let's be honest, Wilker. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I've never seen it,
yeah,
but if it's common sense to do that, like in the show, like you kind of assumed they would do that, and they did that. That makes sense. Like I get it'd be underwhelming because you expected that.
yeah,
But in the storytelling plot, I think that would have been good because they can't really change.
yeah. I mean, there are a
Anything
lot of
much.
like spin-off series. I'm trying to think of any
Like The
any-
Sopranos and Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul.
Saul.
Saul? Yeah, that was more of a prequel, and so they could come up with a different story. You know, they
So,
could come up
and
with
then
stuff.
that
They could
would
come up with new
connect at
stuff.
the end.
Yeah, but the thing with El Camino is it just immediately, everything you assume that would happen happened. And so you're watching the movie, it's like, yep, he's doing this. Yep, he's doing that. Okay, and he's free.
Okay. Sorry, I was just seeing something. I saw something pop up on your computer, so I got a little confused
we're
and
good.
nothing popped up.
Yeah, so I didn't really find it. That's why I said I found it kind of underwhelming.
Okay.
Because I felt like they should have added maybe. I mean, there were a few characters that they added because it kind of helped make sense with the story, and there were a lot of besides the underwhelming plot line. I think it was shot beautifully. The TV show itself was It was good. It wasn't movie quality, obviously, because it was a TV show and they had a budget and time frame.
But this one was just a full-on movie, so they had more money to play around
The
with.
thing is, not only did it look really good, because yes, they had a lot of money, but there were a lot of really amazing, like artistic
Choices,
camera angles,
Yeah.
and shots. There was one scene during the apartment part where he. Damn it, John.
I unplugged something. I
Where
apologize.
he needs to sneak into an apartment building, and there's a flower guy
Let's move that.
that's walking by that it's not revealed yet, but would recognize him immediately. And so Jesse had to sneak in. He opened the door. The dude was about to come next to the door so he could see, but he didn't. So he snuck in, and then he looked through the eye hole, and there was a character there that was supposed to be there since before all this happened.
Yeah.
And he was looking out there, and then it flipped back to him being in the room, and it was his old self.
Oh,
It was really, you got to watch the movie.
Here's my question: is Heisenberg in it at all?
No. Well, okay. There's one backstory scene.
With Heisenberg, so is Heisenberg killed at the end of Breaking
It's
Bad?
just Walter.
Oh,
Walter is Heisenberg.
I know, but is
Heisenberg
Walter?
is not, but Heisenberg isn't. It's
I'm
a
just saying
persona.
Heisenberg because it's easier.
got
It's
you.
not easier, but
When you watch the show, you'll want to say Walter instead.
all right. Did Walter die at the end then?
He did die.
So he is not
is-
coming back.
Yeah, it's confirmed that he died. There was like a radio scene where he's listening to the radio of the crime scene.
And it says Walter.
because
where
Walter
it was-
did this insane stunt that I'm gonna let you watch the series
Yeah,
for.
don't tell me
at
about
the
it,
very
man.
end. It's so like he's a smart dude. And
Okay.
it's clear throughout the whole series. Like he knew how to make meth just because he was a chemistry teacher, not because he learned how to. Well, I mean, he had to learn how to become a chemistry teacher. So, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
He came up with this insane way to like kill everybody. That was like all the bad guys that was keeping Jesse captured. So yeah, you'll love that. And
I'll look into
but
that,
No,
yeah.
he did get shot.
What I want to bring this up real quick. Marvel's What If series getting me really excited because they're making
What
a lot.
If?
What if? Do you
What
know
is
What
it?
If?
No.
Marvel's What If series. It's like, what if Thanos won, and they make a recording of an episode of a different ending, or if like what
Really?
what if Black Panther was Star Lord, or what if Tony
Is it
was
going to have all the actors too?
It's gonna. I think it's either animated
Oh,
or
okay.
it's a storyboard, or they're gonna make it live action. I never saw, but they
way,
said,
that-
what if Peggy Carter took the serum instead of Steve Rogers,
Yeah.
and she becomes Captain Britain because she was from Britain.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
they're making the three I just said. I think except the Thanos one are actually things that are happening in the What If series that they've already confirmed.
That's really cool.
Star Lord
Yeah.
will be Black Panther.
That's a cool concept. I think it would be awesome if
That's-
they could get the original
that-
actors.
yeah.
I don't think they will.
They will.
Really.
Yeah, they're not gonna just like
Well, you said it might be animated.
it might, but they'll still be voiced.
Okay.
But I believe I don't believe it is. I think it's a live action.
That's really
Real
awesome.
quick, I want to move to movies real quick.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. We all love him as Iron Man.
Yes.
He is now Dr. Doolittle.
I think it's awesome.
I think it's fantastic.
Never saw the first one.
I never either. I know. I did see the first. I did see the first one.
You know,
and
the
I
other
think
day-
I think Eddie Murphy played him.
Yeah, that's what everyone's like. I'm glad Tony's not Tony. I'm glad Robert's doing it, but
Tony Downey Jr.
Eddie did it better. And like,
Well, we
haven't seen
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, like we
The
have
other
no
day,
idea.
I thought I saw Robert Downey Jr. in Starbucks. I'm not even kidding.
Are you kidding?
No, I just said. I'm putting it
I
in.
know.
I walked in and there's this. First of all, he was short, and I know that isn't he short?
He's
Isn't he, like,
shorter
five,
than
like,
what we think. He's
8
like
or something?
5'6", 5'8".
First of all, this dude was kind of short.
Sorry, I
he was
had to
wearing
move.
like some like shaded glasses,
Like Tony.
like
Robert.
Tony, like Robert,
Like Downey.
but he was wearing like a
Robert
baseball
Down
cap
syndrome?
as well. He was wearing a baseball cap, like the cliche, like
Hiding, yeah.
all the undercover Avengers would wear.
Why would he be in Vegas?
I don't know, but he was there. And then, so I'm walking out. I'm like, okay, this dude looks like him, but he's not him. As I'm walking out, the barista calls Robert, and he looks up, and I'm in the middle of walking out, so I'm not gonna like stop in my tracks. But I was like, nah, that was not him. But I left.
You never found out if that was Downey?
No,
You're an idiot.
what was I supposed to do? It was
Wait!
He didn't. He wasn't like exactly the same. Like,
Okay, but like if
he
it's
looked
close
he
and
looked
if
maybe a little. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say this in case it is him because I'm gonna feel bad. But he looked a little chubbier, I think. Just
I
a
mean,
tiny
let's be
bit.
honest. Like they, Robert, he's calling you fat.
No,
but like if I had the chance, I would just stay by the door and wait. I would not let anyone out until I see him, because I love Marvel since the first Iron Man. And if I got a chance to meet Downey, I would kick an orphan. I'm gonna be honest.
That's the thing.
The orphan won't be coming
I
up.
talked to a friend's mom about this a while ago. For a lot of like our parents' generation, their movie series that they grew up with, Star Wars, is usually their.
It's like if they
it's like defines
our Marvel is their Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like their
And that's
Mark
the thing
Hamill
is-
is our Downey.
Iron Man came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I was freaking 8.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
I
was
grew up with all these movies. You did too. And so I think it's amazing for us to have like this generation defining set of movies.
Yeah.
And for it to be so lengthy as well.
And still have like this one, Spider-Man Homecoming, Far From Home, really good. Still one of the pop figures that came out of it. Hellboy, that's not in the series, but I want to talk about this. Still a really good movie. I just brought this up because I have the pop figure.
Yeah.
But if we're going back to Marvel real quick, I'm so happy that they're continuing. And like I get it won't be the same. I think things are going to drop a little bit unless they can do something spectacular to bring it up. Also, I'm very happy he's back in the MCU.
Yeah. That whole
I think we should move on from Marvel. I'm sorry, but because if we don't, we're going to keep talking about it for the rest of the podcast, like knowing us. Another.
Why don't you bring up one of the stories you wanted to talk about?
I wanted to talk about one more thing about movies. Birds of Prey, the
Birds
Harley
of
Quinn.
Prey?
Have you heard of it?
No.
The DC version with Batgirl, Harley Quinn, and I forgot the last one. It's a movie, and then the Batman new movie coming out, and they said that Batman will be less of a hero and more of a vigilante.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not going to kill, but he's going to be less nice.
Okay.
Not nice. He was never nice, but like he's going to be worse than like the grittier Batman. That's very interesting to think about. You forgot to start.
Oh no.
So
We're about 40 minutes in.
Oh,
It says right here. I don't need this.
oh, that's fine. Yeah, I want to tell a story.
Okay.
I want to talk about a USB drive I got. I've been telling you, but I haven't told you the
A
story.
little backstory of why why you received it.
So I came home. It was around midnight. I was after work, and I go upstairs, and I'm dead tired. I'm about to pass out, and I turn on the lights, and there's just a box, like if like we're sitting at my desk, and this is my desk, sitting right in the middle,
In your
just
room.
like looking at me.
It's already in your.
It's
room.
already in my room.
Someone put it there.
Yes,
Okay.
and my window was open because I didn't know this. I'll get to that later. So I was like, oh. So I opened the box. There was no return to sender. There was nothing. There was no name on it. It was just to Jonathan Henderson. I opened the box, and there's a USB drive in there. And I'm like, oh. So I put it in, and I open it, and there's a README text, and it says Jonathan, and then README. By the way, I'm Jonathan.
You know, okay, before you go on, you know there are USB sticks that when plugged into anything, it destroys the thing that they're plugged into, right?
Yeah.
So you just found this random USB stick.
But it was directed to me, so I was kind of a little curious. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean,
It's a little
sus, but
Yeah, I'd maybe go and ask my family about it first. Say, hey, did you put this here?
let me get to this.
Okay.
I love you. So, I put it in, and it has a README text, and I open it, and it says, "Congratulations, you've received an item. A collection of things overdue for the past 5 years. Do you accept
An item?
an item?" The item was the USB.
Oh, okay.
So I sit out and I open it, and all the files are corrupted, and it's scaring me. And then I didn't know why it was corrupted. Then I found one file uncorrupted. It was a picture. It was me holding some guy's tits on the Titanic.
What? Wait, what? You're not even. joking.
I'm
You're
not
like-
even kidding. Let me explain. And I immediately knew who sent me this USB drive.
Okay.
I have a really good friend. I've been gaming since I was really young. His name was Thomas Nelson. He comes every year to Vegas, and we go to Wet n Wild. I forgot he was going to send me a USB drive of things for the last 5 years he's never sent me. Item was the USB. The thing overdue was all the pictures and videos he's taken for the last 5 years since he came to Vegas.
Jeez.
And he's never sent me it, so that makes sense. And I'm like, oh, that started clicking together. And we went on the Titanic exhibit here in Vegas, and we had to take a picture. So his sister's boyfriend was there with us, and his sister. So he was doing this, and I went up and I just grabbed his tits. So the only file that would work was me grabbing some guy's tits on the Titanic.
And have you gotten in touch with this person since you've gotten the USB?
Yeah, I texted him that night. I'm like, you scared the shit out of me.
And are they all supposed to be corrupted? Or
No, I fixed them. They said something must have happened. And he told me how to fix them, and then I have all the videos and pictures we've taken for the since.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I
very strange.
It was very creepy because and I was like, oh, they told me they wrote their names on the box, and I asked my dad why was my window open, and he said, oh, we were sweeping and we just took it out so the dust.
Okay.
So it was just a lot of things just in one, and it scared me, and it was like midnight, so I'm like, did somebody break into my house through my window, which is, by the way, on a second story, and then now put a box that's gonna like, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh.
If that any of that came on this, just bleep it.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I
So
said.
you really wanted to get it open, right?
So that was the reason. I was like,
Jesus. Okay.
it was very disturbing, and then it became really funny to me. I called my girlfriend upset, and I told her, yeah, I was holding some guy's tits on the Titanic. What's up?
Yeah, very strange.
I have another story.
Another one.
Another story I have. What is it? Oh yeah, it was at work. It's about you, actually. You remember Daniela? The girl you thought was cute?
Yeah.
So
Don't say that on the podcast.
don't worry, this is about the story.
Isn't she the one that said she wanted to be on the podcast?
Yeah, let me finish my story.
Jesus Christ.
So that same day she left. You remember when I did this, like, you're welcome? That's what I'm saying, you're welcome, because I got you to introduce you to her.
Okay.
And she turned around and saw me. So she kept asking. So I told her, you said she was cute.
Okay.
And she laughed. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Weird.
She was like, oh, that's sweet. And I just, the reason I'm telling the story, because I just want to let you know that I told the girl you thought was cute that she was cute, and that you two have to work together now.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So she was like, oh, that's nice. Tell him I appreciate it. I'm like, I'm not telling him till the podcast.
You're evil.
I'm lovely. So, yeah, she knows you think she's cute.
Okay.
You're welcome.
I'm content.
You
with
have
that.
a chance. You have a chance.
Don't.
Another thing she told me, I told her I would tell her this on the podcast, she can't stop me, is we're cooking. And she just stops, stands up, and she's like, I think I started my period. Middle of like cooking.
She's
food.
like cool with you talking about this here?
Yeah, she doesn't have a choice. I told her I'm going to say that on the podcast. And then there's one more thing about her. She's very lovely, very cute. I'm not really attracted to her. I have a girlfriend. No, I'm not attracted to her in that way. But she's good looking. I was washing dishes.
You're digging a hole right now.
I don't care.
Okay.
I can say girls are good looking without meaning like I'm attracted to them.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
said too. And okay, whatever.
You said you're digging a hole.
Yeah.
With my girlfriend or with Daniela?
Yes, with your girlfriend.
Why?
I don't know.
She knows I say people are good looking, but not as like, oh,
All right, continue. You're
you-
washing dishes.
I'm washing dishes.
You're washing dishes.
Like, oh, I can't say that. I was washing dishes, and she comes back, and you know how you walk by people and you get a whiff? I don't know if I told you this. You get a whiff of people sometimes when you walk by.
Okay.
them. She walks by me, and she gets a whiff of me.
Oh yeah, you told me
I
about
told
this.
this. So let me tell you the story. So she was like, was that you? I'm like, did I fart? It says, no, it's a pleasant smell. I was like, oh yeah, I farted. And she was like, no, and she walks away. He's like, you smell very familiar. You smell very familiar. I'm like, oh, thank you. And it was like, what do I smell like? It's not important. And she walked away very upset. Towards the end of the night, we're about to clock out. She walks by me and she's like, you smell like somebody I used to love. And I'm like, what?
That is the weirdest way you could say that.
I know. She said that. That ex, like, you smell like somebody, like, you could have said, yeah, you smell like my ex, or
Yeah.
you smell like my ex
Someone
or my
I
first
used
one.
to love.
Well, like, you said it in such a weird tone. She's great. She's an awesome person. We have fun working together, but she's like, you smell like somebody I used to love. She's going to watch this and she's going to hit me, but she is going to laugh.
I feel she's gonna hit me now.
I think she's going to hit me.
I'm sorry. We haven't had a conversation besides, can you open this glass bottle of Coke for me?
Can I get a churro, please?
Yeah.
That the white boy.
Make sure John cooks it.
That the half breed in the back has to cook.
Jesus Christ.
You got a story?
Yeah, well, not really a story, but one thing I wanted to talk about was, and I don't know when you're planning on getting your license, but I'm planning on getting mine really soon.
I don't.
And I think, at least I'm getting to that age where I need to decide what kind of car I want to get.
Mitsubishi. Anyways,
Case closed. No, but no, I've been looking a lot,
Okay.
and I don't know if any other people listening are able to relate.
to cars.
My parents aren't going to buy me one. I'm gonna buy mine myself.
Yeah. Send us money. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. I'm gonna start a Kickstarter, a GoFundMe.
Don't you dare.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
I have dignity, John.
Are you sure?
A little bit.
We're starting a Patreon.
We're starting a Patreon. It's for the podcast though, not my car. Yeah, I don't know what your guys' opinions on cars are. Some people really love like American cars. I know my dad and a lot of his friends say Japanese cars like last forever, and I know that's that's quite that's proven to be true.
They do last a good while.
What are your plans? I know you were talking about a convertible before.
I'm not getting that car.
Okay.
My parents are buying me a car,
Yeah.
so it's whatever I get.
Do you know when that is?
No, when right before or right after I get my license. I should be getting mine soon. I haven't put out all 40 hours. I'm very close to it though. But you remember, I have 2 jobs. I'm doing 2 school I'm graduating early,
Yeah.
so I don't have a lot of time to drive. When I do go for a good while, or I drive to work with my parents and stuff like that. So that's what I'm doing. But I am trying to get my license.
When I got
soon.
my permit for the first time, I think it was the next week.
Okay.
Me and my dad took a vacation to LA.
And you drove.
I drove all the way.
Yeah.
The entire way and in LA.
It's cool.
And so,
LA has some bad traffic though.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's also terrifying because like everything's going all over the place.
And it's a new territory to you.
Yeah, it's new. I've never been there.
You've been there, but you've never drove in the road. You never paid attention.
But like here, even if I went down to the Strip, I could probably figure it out because I've lived here for a while.
Yeah, we've lived here in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
House is.
But I think that 40-hour rule doesn't apply as soon as you turn 18.
No, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Shut up.
I think as soon as you turn 18,
I think it's 40 hours. I honestly am not doing the full 40 hours. I'm just going to be honest. I'm just doing it until I'm comfortable enough.
Yeah.
So I can just go, and they usually don't check. Like.
Yeah, because they say that you need to turn in like a little pamphlet or something, but I don't know if anyone.
You turn in the pamphlet, but sometimes they just fill it out.
Yeah, but my point is, I got it prior because it's you have to have the permit for at least 6 months before you can get your license.
Yeah,
and you need the hours. I had gotten it less than 6 months before my 18th birthday, so
when you
I never kept track of hours.
Yeah, I wanted to say this. I love you. Sorry, I had something to say, but you threw me off.
Okay.
Those luscious eyes.
I talked about it.
Sorry, I'm straight. I think.
You think? Did you have something else?
No, I think I'm straight.
You think you're straight?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll ask my girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. No. I went. Another quick story. I went with my girlfriend for her birthday today. For lunch. Not lunch. Late lunch, early dinner. And I met her grandmother. She was a very nice old lady. I kind of messed up. I was being a little smart aleck a little bit.
Okay.
And she's like, take care of my daughter. I'm like, I'll think about it.
And she didn't like that?
No, she was okay with it. It was her dad. He wasn't a big fan of that.
Because this is the first time you met them too?
No, I've met her parents before.
Okay.
They weren't a big fan of me. They like me now, I hope. They like me.
Well, obviously, you just screwed
went with them. No. He was okay with it, but he's like, there's a time and a place. He didn't tell me. He told Ash, and Ash told me. Yeah. But I was like, I'll think about it. The grandma laughed a little bit, and I said, no, I'll take care of her. But her dad did not like me being a smart aleck a little bit. And, like, I get that. There's a time and a place, and I felt bad. I really do like her parents. Her parents are very nice people.
Did you win bowling?
I did win bowling.
All 4 rounds? No?
No, because what happened was there was 4 games, but it's like one game is one per person. So after about 4 games, because I thought it was all of us going to play. Mm-hmm. And what happened is they didn't play. So I put all 4 names. So it was all 4 games in total was in 1 round. So I played for 2 people. Ashlyn played for 2, but I won.
Oh, okay.
Either way, because one of my scores on one of the accounts beat both of hers. So either way, I won. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so bowling was fun, and we played the arcade. Yeah.
Dude, last time I went to an arcade, there was one of those key machines.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
did you win something?
No.
Oh.
But I was obsessed, and I think my grandma gave me like $40 to use in the arcade while they went and did gambling or whatever.
Oh no.
I lost all of it.
In that one place.
I got some tickets.
Okay.
And I got a whoopee cushion.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all I need for $40. But
you could have bought.
Here's the thing. AirPods are like $100. What? $60?
100.
140? I don't know.
I think it's 100.
They're
Pretty sure it's 100.
No, they're way more than that.
Really?
I think the newest ones are like 200. It dawned on me that I should have just kept that $40 and then saved to get AirPods.
When was this?
Like probably a few months ago.
Really? This was recent.
This was recent. I'm an idiot. AirPods are recent. They're not that new.
I know, but they're like a year or 2 years. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe we're like, yeah, 16. I can see he's an idiot.
Nah. This was like a few months ago.
It's like 17.
Yeah.
Almost 18. God, you're so sad. Yeah, I want to talk about something. I want to.
What you do on a podcast?
Yeah, shut up. I'm going to the 21 Pilots tour. Not the tour, the concert.
Yeah.
I'm
they
very
not
excited.
touring?
No, they are. It's a tour. It's the Bandito tour.
You said you're going to their tour.
Yeah, but I'm at their concert. But that going to their tour, that kind of implies I'm going to their shows all around the tour.
No, you're just going to the tour. Like, I'm going to the Hell Mega tour. Like, that still counts.
Okay, shut up.
My sister just saw Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, but she's not here, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm going to 21 Pilots, and I was listening to the album The Trench, and I didn't know about this, and I started doing research and I started listening to it. There's a huge story between the Blurry Face album and the Trench album. There's like a story. You've obviously heard the story of the Blurry Face album.
I don't know a lot about it. I knew that it was there.
It's about an anxiety and a depression.
Yeah, it's like a different version of himself.
Yeah, and his name is Blurry Face, and
he don't care what you think.
Yeah,
and he does care what you think.
No, he does. And at the end of it, it's like he wants, like at the end of that one, he wants to take out Blurry. That's the final song. I forgot the song on the album, but it's about I need your help to take him out, referring to Blurry. It was Goner. Thank you.
I need your help
to take him out. And then Trench. Oh my God! Did you? So that was a cool story. I don't remember all, but I've been doing a lot of research on Trench. That's relevant.
I know.
So the thing was, it's about a rebellion
Of?
From a town named Dima. That's the song in the Nico and the Niners.
Okay.
Dima don't control us. That's
the town's
That's
name?
the town. That's the city of Dima.
Okay, who's rebelling?
The Banditos.
Okay. And why?
I don't remember.
They're just controlling?
They're very... I don't remember the full thing, but they want to rebel against Nicholas Bourbaki. His real name, and his name is Nico.
Yeah.
And he has 9 bishops, Nico and the Niners. And basically what they're saying, they have strength in numbers. And I'm gonna look this up because I don't want to mess this up because it is super good and it is very well.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really paid attention to the lore of 21 Pilots.
Let me look it up. Trench album lore. Cause like it is super good. I was fascinated reading in this and decoding album's hidden message. Let's see.
So Nico is like this
he's
big evil character?
Yeah, Nico is his real name's Nicholas Bourbaki. This is like...
Is he like the mayor of this Dima, you said?
Dima, that's the town name.
Okay.
Nicholas Bourbaki.
Wild West.
Yeah, I need a trend. You can talk about something while I look this up.
I put 21 Pilots on my Spotify playlist. You should put the Electric Confidence podcast in your Spotify playlist by going to Spotify and adding the Electric Confidence podcast to your playlist. Can you add podcasts to playlist? Yeah, do that. We are not affiliated with 21 Pilots or 13 Reasons Why. 13 Reasons Why. John didn't research what he was going to talk about, so he's leaving me to... I know you would have put up a middle finger if we were allowed to do that. We're trying to get this monetized, but we're not going to make any money because no one will watch this. Unless you watch it. And we get ads. And ads equals money. And we're trying to keep this family friendly. You couldn't do this when the battery died or something? John. Are you texting? He's texting.
No, I'm not.
John!
I'm looking up.
Here, let me. I have a thing of ideas. Hold on.
Did you actually?
Yeah. Here, I'm gonna talk about We already talked about all these things. Okay, I've been trying to. I've been interested in stocks because I want to make. I don't want to work for my money because I'm weak like that, and I thought I could understand it, and I thought, okay, invest in a safe company that you think is successful and is going to continue to grow. And I downloaded this like stock simulator, right? Very interesting. And I invested in Nintendo and Google because those are two big companies that I think are successful, and like Nintendo coming out with, I think especially in the gaming sense, Nintendo just came out with the Switch Lite, and I feel like they're kind of riding a high wave right now, and that could mean that I'm an idiot, and meaning I should have invested before the Switch Lite. And Google coming up with Stadia, which, are you excited for? Is it Stadia or Stadia? Do you know what I'm talking about? It's really cool. It's a game streaming platform.
All right, I'm back. One sec.
No, shut up. Okay. I want to finish this. Stadia is this game streaming platform. What?
I didn't want to be in the shot anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
It's really cool. Think about how in Netflix you can watch a movie, but you're not necessarily downloading the movie.
Yeah.
And you're not buying the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Stadia works the same way, and you can game, but you don't have to have a terabyte hard drive because all of it is being downloaded and played as you're playing. So you have to have like a ton of download speed for Wi-Fi, but you're playing it without the game actually physically being on your computer.
That's cool.
The data is literally not there.
That's something I did listed also.
Yeah.
I might do that, actually.
And you can switch between, because it's cloud, your device doesn't have to have a lot of processing power either, because it's all being processed by the server. And so you could play something like GTA on your phone. It's actually like, at least as far as I understand.
From now.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know when it's coming out. I'm excited for it.
So, sorry, I'm back.
21 Pilots.
I'm going to read a Reddit thing that I found, but I found this very interesting that I did my own research. I just never wrote anything down.
Okay.
So, this is what he said. From Reddit user Neon Bones N30NBON3S from 1 year ago, actually. I've been digging into Trench, gathering information and piecing together the story laid out before us. I found that the albums go great with the story like soundtracks. Have you ever wished your life had a soundtrack? Well, I feel like this is it. I hope this is like relevant. I haven't read it. A story with the soundtrack into the list. It's amazing. The DMA site could be inspirations like when one wanted a story and pull inspiration for real life events. Anyways, here are my thoughts. So in transition between Blurryface and Trench, Tyler's waking up. Are you still sleeping? Blurryface Nico has been incensed, expelled from him. I need your help to get him out. I can't see. I need your help to get him out. He was living inside the neon graves, or possessed by Nico. In his mind, he was living normally, but at the same time, he was doubting in reality. Jumpsuit shows him after escaping Dima, Nico and the bishops. I believe that the Banditos, when the Banditos broke out, heathens, MV. What? Oh, okay. He left behind as Nico kept his hold on him. During the breakout, and we find him, or actually according to the letters, Clancy finds him in the trench. Jumpsuit on from... This guy has no grammar. Oh my god.
Well, okay.
Basically,
we'll
thing
link
is...
to this Reddit post, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not going to. It's bad.
Okay, never mind then.
So basically, there's a character named Clancy. He basically finds Tyler. You know what? I might talk about this next podcast because I'm going to do more research on this.
Real quick, before we end this podcast, since we're on the topic of music, I do want to talk about
Hella Mega Tour. Okay, well, this is all we have left.
I think it's super exciting.
Okay.
I think it's super exciting. I think a lot of people aren't giving the Interrupters enough love. I think they're an amazing band.
Which one?
The Interrupters.
Oh yeah, irrelevant.
They're so good, and their little sign on the poster is cute, but it's like, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really enjoy that much of Weezer. I'm
not a huge Weezer fan.
I think
to the more important band, All Time Low, Weightless Tour.
Dude, I think that surprised everyone.
I'm so upset that they only did 3, they would have made bank if they just went around the round.
Okay, so
because the Weightless. I'm gonna rant. Weightless was such an influential album back in 2000, and it still is today for all the teenagers. I love Weightless. It's so good. It was one of my favorite albums from All Time Low, if not my favorite. And they made it so well. And then 10 years later, they decided to only do 9 shows and only in California. which sold out. Like that should have gave them a hey, do more, because the same day they added 3 shows, all sold out. The next day added two shows per place.
They've been
all
leaving-
sold out.
They've been leaving their fans hungry for like a couple years now.
Yeah.
So it makes so much sense why those things sold out so fast.
But that's why I'm saying go on tour.
Exactly.
You would make bank. You would you'd get more promotion.
They're not in it for the money.
They're not in it for the money, but like if they're gonna do this and this is their career, they would make money. They would get people more hyped about All Time Low. They could start putting themselves back in mainstream.
Here's the thing that I was expecting.
No, let
Yes.
me. Okay, sorry.
Okay. When was it 2 years ago that Everything in Birthday came out?
It
Or
was
a year
last
ago?
year, almost 2.
Almost 2 years. What I
They
was
didn't
expecting.
release anything this year, did they?
No, nothing.
Oh
Not
my
a single song.
They should. I think they're releasing the waitlist by the end of this year.
Yeah, I don't know when it is.
If it not, like,
But
I'm surprised they haven't made anything new.
what I was expecting, and I think I'll get to Simple Creatures after this because it makes sense.
I want to talk about them and the Young Blood song.
What makes sense to me is that they released Everything Is Fine to get everyone hyped up for, All Time Low's pop punk stuff is back after Last Ring Renegade, which wasn't pop punk at all.
But it was still a really good album.
It was good. It was very poppy.
Yeah, but it was still very good.
So
Not
everything-
like Dirty Work.
Yeah, everything Is Fine came out, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is like they're going back. Like this is good." And then Birthday came out, and they're like, "This is good. This isn't All Time Low. This is very poppy. This is very
I think they have a mixture. Like I think they want to do more poppy stuff.
yeah." And that's what I was getting at with Simple Creatures. I'm glad that it's happening. It's not anything up to par as Blink or All Time Low, but I think it's
If you
good.
don't if you don't know what Simple Creatures is, because if you don't follow Alex or Mark or anything, you probably won't know about it. Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 and Alex Gasgarth of All Time Low made a band together, and they decided to call the genre trash pop, and it's called Simple Creatures. And they just released 2 EPs. One EP was like close to the beginning of the year, and they just released another one called Everything Opposite. So check it out.
Exactly relevant with the how All Time Low hasn't been putting anything out. I think it's good that, and it's almost opposite with Blink. I think it's good that Alex has a poppy outlet that he can take out these. He needs to get rid of this poppy stuff that's in him so that it doesn't cloud All Time Low. So All Time Low can stay. And I think it's awesome that they're redoing Waitlist because that
Would give them more, because that's just all pop punk.
yeah,
punk.
it's all pop. It's straight up pop punk, and they're like getting back into that groove.
Yeah, and
The
that's
thing with
so
Blink
great.
though is
They're going
I
more
thought
pop.
that it would be the same way. Is Mark is doing Simple Creatures to get rid of that poppy outlet, to have a poppy outlet to get rid of it so that it doesn't cloud Blink.
Yeah.
But Blink's new album is extremely poppy.
I haven't heard it actually.
There are so many. Travis Barker does beats for like rappers and stuff.
Yeah.
He produces a lot of stuff, and a lot of stuff that went unused ended up on the new Blink album. And so there are like 808 beats
That's
in Blink now.
stupid.
It's really weird. There's a lot of synths.
I
Matt is writing a lot more, which I'm sorry, Matt. You're a good singer. You're a good writer, but you're not a Blink singer. You're not a Blink writer. Tom was
great.
great. I miss that boy. I wish I saw him. Angels and Airways came on tour earlier this month.
I forgot
wish-
about that.
I wish I went and saw
I
that.
mean, I don't think we have much hope of. I hit the mic with my cheek. Which ones? I don't think there's much hope of Tom ever returning to Blink.
No, it's not happening.
Yeah, there's
Matt has like solidified himself in there, reluctantly to all the fans. But
and I don't think Tom has any.
I think all the
interest
drama with Tom though was hilarious.
I think it's somewhat over.
Legally, I think he still is.
No, he is.
an
He
owner of the
can't.
band.
He still owns a share in the company, not the company, in the band and all the products because he helped create it.
Yeah.
He made it what it was today. And then obviously he left, but that doesn't mean he can't deserve because all the things he wrote, what he's been in, tour, press, merch, that all has his face, his name, everything on it. So
don't
he
think-
does deserve money
Yeah.
for those because he can't put himself out there and then not get anything in return because he decided to leave. They're in their contract. And I don't know, I'd never with their contract, but I believe if they left that every contract with the music producer, if you are not scumbag, you would still get a share of the profits.
Yeah. Youngblood.
Yeah, I was going to say
Youngblood
Youngblood.
is taking over alternative music.
And he released a single called The Original Me with Dan Reynolds, the singer of Imagine Dragons, which actually Imagine Dragons was made here in Vegas.
I think their voices
Match great.
they mix so well because Youngblood is like They're both very loud. They're
They
both
are.
very loud boys. Youngblood is more.
A screechier kind
He's
of.
kind of squeakier, I'd say,
and
if that
very
makes
like
sense.
angrier.
He's not. No, that's Dan. I think is a lot angrier.
Really?
He,
I thought
he
it'd
sounds
be
like
more.
he sounds okay. Youngblood sounds like
Maybe angry wasn't the more word. Maybe more edgy.
Youngblood. Well, you know what? They both sound pretty angry. I think Dan sounds angry. I think he sounds more aggressive, more intense.
I think.
Youngblood sounds a lot grindier.
Yeah, that maybe be a better
Either way, they both become but their voices can come together and create like this beautifully destructive sound.
It was so good.
I feel like a lot of singers these days have very delicate sounding voices.
I don't like a lot of the music
The
that's coming
Sam
out this
Smiths,
day.
the Beyonces, the
What are we at?
we're at 56.
All right.
No, 66. We could probably end.
Yeah, in a couple
Pretty
minutes.
Yeah, I think they have a beautifully. I think a lot of these singers, they're good singers, but I think that there's not a lot of niche for this kind of like loud, destructive. Because pop punk died.
I'm gonna be honest. Pop punk is starting to make a comeback.
I
More
think
punkish, pop.
I think
things.
Youngblood is a big attributor to that.
Yeah, and I'm so happy. He was super good. I loved how we saw him live.
Yeah, Life is Beautiful. That
Yeah,
2 years ago.
One thing is, I went to go see AJR because I didn't know who Youngblood was, and it was during the same show. But after I finished AJR, and I love AJR, it's one of my favorite artists, honestly. And then I caught the tail end of Youngblood, and he was really good.
He's insane.
He made great music, and the first song I heard of him was "Psychotic Kids."
Mm-hmm.
We heard it on the way to "Life Is Beautiful" with. I don't know if you know this, but me and Darian. We used to play in a band together. It was called 17 Below. He was the singer. I was the useless person, also known as the bassist. And we got tickets for free because of somebody from St. Vincent. And we got in Life is Beautiful free.
You made that sound like the band, like
Not
17
not-
Below was the reason. No, my dad
no.
works.
Yeah. No. We got his father works at the Beatles Love Show, and he's the head.
Yeah, we don't need to get into it. But
It doesn't
yeah.
matter. But I want to talk about. I will talk to you after this. We'll maybe talk about the next podcast, but I want to talk to you about something
Okay.
that I don't know if I can talk to about on podcast.
Okay.
Because you just reminded me of it. So we got in and we saw it, and it was we just saw it. We saw Wesley Arms.
Yeah,
that
another
was
gem from that show.
Yeah.
They were so. I still listen. Like I added. them to
I
my
haven't not.
Spotify.
I have not, but I should probably because they're
Yeah.
really good. But Youngblood was super good, and I'm so happy because All Time Low Waitlist is coming out, which is being a lot more influential. Is going to bring back a lot of the memories and people listening to that more again. Youngblood is helping making a comeback. Imagine Dragons is going a little more pop punkish because a lot of their latest things have been just pop,
Yeah, they're pretty.
and they're coming back to more of their alternative pop punkish roots.
Yeah, they've been sounding too happy recently.
Yeah, like natural. I like Zero, but
Yeah.
it's not them. Like Radioactive, Demons, like
It's all very exciting. A
it's
lot of things coming.
a lot of things, and I'm so happy.
Kids
that,
are getting pissed off again. I
In-
love it.
in a sense, yeah, I like that. But there's people. See, I don't like rap. I really don't. Like the reason is like, I get it. I respect every artist who has the balls to put their music out there and to take criticism and do what they love.
Yeah.
I don't like rap.
There's some I like.
There's a few songs I like. There's a couple.
I'm gonna be called out for this, but Ed Sheeran's new album every single song was a collaboration with a different artist,
Yeah.
which he did a long time ago with very small artists, and now he's doing with huge artists.
Yeah.
Each of those songs, they're not really Ed Sheeran songs. Yeah, as far as I can tell, just because I've been listening to it for a long time.
They're still good.
Yeah, they're still good. There's a lot of rap, and Ed's been rapping for a long time, but this is like his new take on it. I think it's awesome.
One thing I want to. Also, I want to say this for the first 4 or 5 podcasts. I don't think we should release it to the listen like on Spotify because we still have to buy the account and stuff. I think we should like give that a little bit, and then we can link in and we'll kind of.
Yeah, there are little apps. There's one called Anchor that I think we'll try out. It's free.
Okay, so we'll see.
Either way, this will be on YouTube for sure.
100% because you get to see a sexy guy and Darian.
Well, I think we've spoken enough.
No, I have one little thing.
God dang it, John.
I'm sorry.
You lied.
No, I had something. You made me forget. Oh, I want to talk about this a little more with the pop punk scene. Pop punk, have been died 2010 and a little over because more of rap and hip hop started taking over the scene again because they were very prominent in 1990.
There's a Vox video on this exact topic.
Really?
That we're gonna watch after this. They talk about
I wanted to eat food after this.
yeah. We'll watch and eat food, John. We can multitask.
I cannot.
It
I
talks,
have 3 brain cells and I use half of them, Darian.
It talks literally about how the genres are essentially like accomplishing the same goal.
Yeah.
As pop punk was a rebellious like get away from your parents kind of song, kind of genre, and rap is doing that all over again. All these kids are like being rebellious. It's I don't know exactly how they word it in the article, but it's like this kind of like not necessarily criminal mind, but
yeah, rap really. I don't really like rap because a lot of the rap I've heard, it's about partying, it's about drinking, it's about smoking, it's about killing, it's about like I've been shot, and sometimes there's like they tell stories rapping, and I love that. Like there's some rap that I've listened to where it tells a good story, it tells like hardship, and I love. But there's a lot of stories where it's just let's go smoke, let's get wasted. Let's shoot somebody, let's kill. And I'm like, you're just saying the same thing over. And it's like, that's what takes me out of rap. I like
some of it seems a little...
And like, respect to like rap, like the artists in rap. Respect to rappers. I forgot the name of them. Because they
rappers in general.
Yeah, they respect to all of them. Because a lot of them, not a lot of them, some of them tell stories. They talk about their hardships. Some of them use some of
That was incorrect.
Samalama Yumusuman. You're right. Bleep.
This has been the Electro Confident.
No, wait, I'm almost done.
Shut up, John. We talked about pop punk. All right,
but
it's dead.
I'm just.
We've hosted the funeral. All right.
Can we have a funeral for that?
We buried the casket.
So is that why you're never gonna get big?
What?
Sorry. Well, this is all the time. I've been John.
I've been Darian. Thanks for watching.
I forgot the name of our podcast.